What's up, guys? It's that Pentagon. I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at what I would consider probably the biggest zero in the game so far, at least might-wise. I might be wrong. If there's been one that's bigger, let me know, but I've not seen one that's bigger than this. Thanos had started around 500 million might. I will say I have I only have like around 10 minutes of footage because I passed out while I was recording. I literally just like passed out, right? I sometimes just knock out mid record and stuff. But Thanos did get zeroed. It hurts too, because you got to consider the fact that Thanos didn't even have the proper wall heroes on, and I think some people thought that Thanos was garrisoning a tower, and this is why. I want to tell you guys, I am 99% sure that was not the case, because from what I remember, and I've played with Thanos. I remember doing an Archipelago Raid where I was on one of the legions with him, and I'm pretty sure, intentionally puts these weaker garrison heroes on his wall because it's kind of to bait people, and I think he forgot about that when he was in G1, and he probably got rallied, and that obviously impacted his performance because he didn't have as good armaments on these heroes. Obviously, he's running epic heroes on his wall. I will say, like, the AoE did shred a few people because I saw some people get hit by it, but he is only using Charlie, so it's not like he's doing circular AoE, and he's really just catching people kind of going into the rally. This is I think he maybe started out with around 23 million troops, maybe 24 million, whatever the case. This still hurt to watch. I was like, oh my gosh. And if you Thanos, you got to understand, he's a busy guy. I'm pretty sure he is he's like a construction worker or something, and he just doesn't have time to, I guess, be on the game a lot. He also doesn't share his logins, as you're gonna tell in this video, because if that was the case, someone would have logged on and shielded for him or changed the heroes at the very least. I will say, for such a big whale, obviously the zeroing probably impacts him a lot less than it would like a normal player, unless it was like outside of Archipelago Raid, because for one, if he does have, let's say, the subscription, he's going to be getting 75% of his dead troops back, which even then you got to consider he's losing over 20 million troops, right? He's getting I think around 21 million dead, 22 million dead, whatever, right? He's going to be getting that amount of dead, and he's still going to be losing around at least 5 million plus troops. So that is disgusting. That is going to hurt. And man, look at this report, guys. And this is probably the best report he's going to take here. Honestly, considering that he is using epic heroes on his wall, that report was significant, actually pretty good. He had I think purple armaments on his wall as well, so it's not like his heroes were jacked and he swapped over his armaments onto his weaker heroes. But like I said, this does impact a player like this like a lot less. Obviously he can still do what he did before with the same amount of troops that he's or not the same amount of troops, but the amount of troops that he's still going to have left over after this. But even then, this is still a really big zero. And I don't know, man, it just really hurts to see him holding epic heroes on his wall and tanking these rallies like this. Obviously, like I said, I passed out on my phone recording this, so I did not get the full zeroing or anything. Luckily, I did get the report sent to me, so I can just share that with you guys at the very end of the video, and you guys can just check those out and, just enjoy those. But overall, what do you guys think about this? Is this crazy, or you guys are like, whatever? Also, I will be trying to get around to doing the actual Archipelago Raid video, editing it, etc. Obviously, I did have a little bit more of a hectic week this time around with the recent drama, so I have made that mostly my upload schedule for the week, obviously. But after that, hopefully I will just be getting around to doing my normal uploads, be it guides and all that. I am also waiting, obviously, on my Ethernet box, and I've said it in a few videos already, but I am waiting on one because my computer has been really wonky with my internet, and I've not been able to do any videos, do any playing up there, and hopefully that fixes it. And honestly, if my internet gets good enough, I will start trying to do some live streams for Archipelago Raid and all this type of stuff. I'm hoping that this, Ethernet box does impact it significantly, but I'm not really 100% sure how good it's going to be or how bad it's going to be. But we will really see about that, okay, guys? And if it is good, we will do some streams, so you guys can maybe look forward to that. But yeah, a big zero here. This is kind of crazy and monumental in any case. Dude, even considering the fact that he's using epic heroes on his wall, the trades were insane. Obviously, he is stacked on so many freaking troops, which, sheesh. And each of these rallies are obviously dropping him at least around 2 million troops or something like that. And dude, the amount of time it takes me to train 2 million troops, man. Obviously these guys are whales, so it doesn't matter as much. But I kind of wonder, And you know, like imagine if Safe Me had like, let's say Gathering Heroes on his wall or something. Like how would those rally trades honestly look like? And you know, armaments on or armaments off. I just want to kind of see how a trade like that would look. Not I'm not even trying to be like saying that because of the recent drama. I am just genuinely curious since he has 60 million troops. His workshop's obviously maxed out. His gear, his parts are all maxed out. And really all that's left are armaments and heroes. And if he's lacking, you know, some of the main like kind of sorts on his wall, I just wonder how the reports would kind of look in that regard. I mean, obviously you see Thanos here with, you know, 22 million troops and getting really shredded by these reports. But even then, you got to also consider the fact that his workshop isn't completely maxed out, whereas someone like Safe Me does have all level 15s, meaning that he's getting 67.5% of each troop attribute, right? So troop attack and defense for each troop, meaning range, riders, infantry, plus the firepower and, you know, obviously the other whatever attribute, which is going to be adding an additional 9%, be it attack or a defense, basically. So, you know, the amount of kind of stats that he's jacked with is considerably more. But like I said, even then, lacking like the proper wall heroes would still be insane, you know. So it's just kind of hard to say how that would turn out. I'm sure obviously he would trade negative just due to the fact that the heroes are so bad, but I'm sure he could hold his own and honestly trade relatively well against at least the first rally. So I don't know. I mean, it is just kind of a curiosity thing that you kind of just think of. But you will see here, obviously, as the reports get considerably worse over a longer period of time, that, I mean, like the less troops he has, the worse the trades are going to be, you know, and it's just going to slowly deteriorate. So, I mean, that first rally is the best thing you're going to kind of see coming out from Thanos, and then the rest are going to be mostly annihilation. And honestly, even then, he still traded really well. I mean, he's still running with like 20 million troops in his base. You know, it takes a while to drop these down. And when each rally, like, group is only dropping him maybe like 2-3 million troops, because there's a second rally. I don't have any reports from the second rallies they were sending. They would sometimes cancel it, I think, because the rally was getting really hard to hold up. Even as like a counter damage rally that's, you know, not taking the main damage, it's still going to be really hard. You know, obviously the only reason that Hands is performing as well as it is because this dude has nearly maxed out workshop. His armament on, like, I'm pretty sure his Julie is around 7 million might, probably like 6.9 million. So these rallies are hitting like absolute trucks, and you know, obviously his gear is completely maxed, so it's just really hard to eat these rallies, you know, with these heroes. So I don't know, we're about to get into the reports though. I think this is where I pass out, and we can kind of just look through and see how these trades kind of performed. You do see here he's around 300 million might, you know, obviously after the last round that I recorded, I think he was still around 180 or something when he got zeroed, which is still an insanely high might. You know, we're kind of getting up to that point where people are just insane might while being zeroed. But these are the reports, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one, and that is about it, and peace out.